Hey guys, Patrick Don from EXP, part of the Southern Charm team. I'm here with,
Brandon Giebler, also part of the Southern Charm team here at EXP.
and we're going to be talking about first-time home buyer mistakes to avoid. So, Brandon, let me ask you a question. What do you think the first thing a new home buyer should do?
The first thing as a new home buyer is getting in contact with a local agent in the area. Those local agents have the knowledge and the connections, such as lenders, which are super important in the transaction. Go ahead and getting in touch with those lenders and seeing what you qualify for at the moment, and if you need more time, it's good. Probably 6 months. I would say 6 months ahead of time. Go ahead and get that pulled so they can get you prepared.
And 6 months ahead of time, sometimes the timeline doesn't always work. Of course, we're in a transient area here in Savannah and the surrounding areas with Fort Stewart down the road,
Right.
Hunter R. Meyer Field down the road,
And the ports.
yeah. And
Yeah.
there's a Navy base in South Carolina that's really close too. So what if they don't have that 6 month period of time to deal with?
If you don't have the 6 months, then just get the ball rolling. And usually a lot of those people that don't have the time are typically a VA, because then you get your orders, so you gotta go.
Right.
So it's more of finding the lender that's going to do the most work for you, and that's going to benefit you and your situation the best.
So why do you think local lenders are so important to get in contact with when they're buying a home? And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Rocket Mortgage or anything like that, but
Right.
why are the local lenders so important?
So local lenders, you're not just a number to them.
Right.
So you could put a face with a name. You're not just an account number that you call an 800 number and you get somebody. You can call them after 5 o'clock. You can go to their office. You could lay your hands on them if they make you mad. They're right there, and it's super important. And a lot of the sellers now are asking. It's more appealing to them on your offer that they see a lender that they recognize.
Well, not to mention that is, as an agent, I
Right.
can, if there's a problem that needs to be facilitated, if I'm trying to call New York or, California or whatever, if there's a true problem and there's a local lender here, I just get in my car, drive to their office, and I go,
No.
hey, what is going on, right?
Right.
Let's get this problem solved.
Right.
And so a lot of times it's a little simple stuff that they maybe, they've been a miscommunication with the buyer or something that we can just handle real quick.
Right.
So I agree with you. Getting a local lender is huge.
Right.
So, they got a local lender, saying, how much money should they save before they go into the home buying process?
I would say, depending on the price point you're looking in, a good rule of thumb would be 8%. 8% of the purchase price, and it covers an array of options of the appraisal, the inspection, closing costs, and then maybe a little extra for the just in case.
Right. You never rate. You maybe rate lock, buy down, maybe.
Right.
But you got, say if you have an FHA loan, that's a 3.5%. You have to have down payment. Right now, if you got a VA loan, USDA loan, those don't require down payment. Okay, so I agree with you. 8% is probably a good buffer to have. Just to make sure that you can get the loan through. Right.
Right.
Okay. So you typically send what, 3 lenders?
Typically 3, yes. I send 3 because everyone has a different personality,
Right.
and this person that you are communicating with is dealing with your money and the biggest commitment of your life.
Right.
Buying a house is huge.
Right.
So you want to be able to communicate with that person, feel comfortable talking to them. You want to feel a connection in a way, and then having them answer after hours.
Right.
5 o'clock and after, a lot of places are closed.
Right.
Right. What do we do now? We just lost a day.
Right.
So it's nice to have that person that answers your calls when you call them and can handle your issues like that.
Is that how you decide which letters you send to your buyers?
Right. So through the years, I've worked with many, and I have picked the 3 that I know will answer my calls whenever I call them. If I need something, they're there. They got it done. So those are the ones that I stick with.
No, we're not saying don't shop your rate.
Right.
Definitely shop your rate.
Definitely.
Whatever works best for you. For instance, just like him. when I have VA buyers coming in town, maybe they're active duty or they're retired, such as myself. There's a lender that I give because he is still in the Army Reserves and he speaks the same language as you. And then it's the same thing with Brandon. The people he knows, he's gonna see your personality. Okay, let me give you this one. This is probably the best one for you. So
kind of like a personality match,
right? Like dating match
for real estate.
Right, swipe right. Is it right?
Oh, I don't know.
Is right good or right?
I'm married. I don't do that.
I don't know. I'm married too, so I don't know either. All right, so now you got them with one of the 3 lenders, and they're happy with their person, right? And they go get pre-approved, and they send in all their documents and everything like that, and they get pre-approved. What could invalidate a pre-approval letter, or if you're already through underwriting, you're about to close? What could totally screw up the loan?
So, I've personally seen it happen before. You get so excited, and you just found your home. Gave you the this is it feeling, and you're just so excited, and then you're like, I need a new couch, I need a new bed set, I need to decorate this house,
right?
And you take that cute plastic cord and just swipe it and swipe it and swipe it because you signed your contract, and then when they run your credit again and everything at the closing table, they run it again, and if the numbers don't match, then you don't close.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before where people will go out there and they buy a fridge and didn't realize it'd take a hit on their credit.
Right.
And then if they go back through underwriting, how long is that? And if they don't, if their credit's down too far, they don't qualify.
Right.
So I would say when you're buying a home, that is the time you need to be as disciplined as possible and not buy anything on credit.
Right. And no moving funds. Leave everything money and credit related alone.
I totally agree. I totally agree. So now that we got the pre-approval, we're not buying anything on credit, right?
Hopefully.
What is the next mistake that home buyers should avoid?
Whenever you're showing properties to new home buyers, there's so much excitement, there's so much adrenaline, and you're just like, this one, that one, pretty, yes, oh, ooh. Or you get discouraged, so then you're like, well, this is all I can find. Definitely coming and visiting the area, drive in the neighborhoods. If you're a morning person, ride around at night and see what the nightlife is like in the area. And if you feel like you can sleep there or take a morning, nightly, evening, whatever stroll, and feel comfortable and good and cozy, then that's where we should look. But definitely testing the areas.
Right, and we got there's trains here, traffic is a big thing here. The Army bases are here. There's an airport here. Like there's a lot of sound that can happen. So if you live in a certain area, you could be hearing helicopters flying over your house every day, or airport flying stuff, or a train right behind you didn't even know it. So I totally agree on that one. You got to know the area you're going to. Okay. Now we're ready. We looked at the areas. We're pre-approved. We're ready to rock and roll. Can you inform the first-time home buyers here in our market? What's the market like right now?
It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough everywhere. The inventory is super low, so people are going crazy about it. Definitely kind of knowing the situation, knowing the offers coming in and understanding what's winning nowadays, and you don't always have to overpay. You can write a good, clean, solid contract and win. You don't have to go crazy overbidding or get discouraged because you feel like you can't compete with them. Putting in a clean offer is just as good as putting in a cash offer sometimes. Yeah, and cash offers, a lot of times sellers now, as I'm selling homes and advising my sellers, a lot of cash offers are investors, right? And if the numbers don't add up for them, $1,000 off of what they think their profit should be, they're gone, right? So cash isn't always king, right? And in this market today, I mean, you want to be competitive, but like I said, cash offers isn't always king, okay? Right. So like before, I've had buyers that get hung up on like a water heater or the paint color. Now, what do you think about your buyers worrying about cosmetic problems with the house? So I bought a house for the first time as well, so I've been through it, and I didn't have the training or background that I have now, and I did the same thing. Like, I was like, oh, the color, to a lot of things, but you have to keep in mind that a lot of these cosmetic things are cheap fixes.
Right.
You're not gonna find the perfect everything in the perfect location and perfect everything, but it's a lot more easy to fix paint colors, cosmetic things, than it is to replace a roof or to replace subflooring. Like, it's I like to walk around the house with a sheet. I call it my ammo sheet, and I tell my buyers, write down all the ammo. We're going to collect ammo as we walk through this house to take into battle. And that's how I approach it. And then we talk about it. And I let them know, we can't use this. Okay, this is a good one. We'll take that off. A lot of those cosmetic things pop up a lot on those ammo sheets, but they're deads.
Right. Right. You're looking, we're in South Georgia, we're Savannah area. It's very hot and humid. I would say if you want to focus on anything, focus on the roof and focus on the AC, because that AC goes out here in July. Yeah, it's gonna be nasty. So make sure you're looking for the right things. I agree. No house is gonna be perfect.
Right.
I wanted a house with no stairs. I bought a house with the most stairs on the planet.
Right.
but we had everything else we wanted. So just keep that in mind. Like the cosmetic stuff, and like Brandon says, a lot of it is easy fixes or just a compromise. So
Right.
I agree with that. So we found the house, got it under contract. We're ready to rock and roll. Now people want to say, home inspections here could be anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on how big the house. Could be $1,000. What do you think about home buyers trying to save money, by skipping the home inspection?
Don't do it, because you can see you can see the walls, you can see the carpet, you can see the floor, but you can't see behind the walls.
Right.
You can't see all up in the attic and everything like that you need to get to, but you have no idea what you're looking at 9 times out of 10. So it's super important to just be able to rest your head at night easily, knowing that you bought a safe, sound, secure home.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that $500 or $1,000 is not a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but when you talk about peace of mind,
Right.
Priceless. It's priceless.
That's part of your 8%. So we've already figured that in there.
Exactly.
So it shouldn't be a worry.
Right. All right, so now we got the home inspection done, okay. What do you think, and we're talking in totality through the entire process, what is the biggest mistake that home buyers make?
What I'm seeing a lot is that you hired me.
Right.
You hired me for a reason, and your best interest is what I'm concerned about, and I want you to be happy at the end of the day. So I give the best advice that I can offer, and a lot of them don't take it if they don't want to listen. We're here to help you and make you happy, make your process easier, and make this a happy, fun experience. So definitely taking the advice of the agent, because obviously they know best.
Well, I mean, you do it all the time,
Right.
And then not to mention, and just so everybody knows, we live here too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
we drove the streets.
right. We could see you in Publix, and we want you to make sure you when you see us, it's like, hey,
right. It's a happy feeling, not like, oh,
that guy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Like a happy feeling.
So we are totally invested in you as a home buyer to get your transaction as smooth as possible. Get you the best price we possibly can. Depending, markets change all the time, but regardless of the market, we want to make sure that you're happy, so that when you and your friends ask you, "Oh, you bought a home? Who do you use?"
Hello.
Hello. So that's our goal in the end, is to make it smooth. So, but if you liked our video, please give us a like down below, and share this with your friends. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe and give us a like. I appreciate it.
Let's link up.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.